Brooklyn Nets summer league roster reaction. Ew, ew. That's my one word answer. Here's the names: Dariq Whitehead, Zillan Cheatham. I definitely botched the pronunciation of that. Tyrese Martin, David Muoka, Jacob Gilliard, Jalen Martin, Mark Armstrong, Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, KJ Jones, Khalid Moore, Keon Johnson, and Tavian Jones. A couple Joneses. What do we do with this?
This roster stinks. We just for those of you if you're tuning into some of our other videos, we're both very high on Houston's roster. It looks like one that is built to win Summer League. This is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. This seems like maybe the angle is okay. Dariq Whitehead, former top five recruit coming out of high school, was seen as this point wing who could create for himself and others. This is your team. This is your chance. There's not really any guards who should be taking minutes from you. Like Jacob Gilliard is I'm pretty sure he's the 5'7" guard who played at Richmond. I can't see him doing much or getting much in the way. Mark Armstrong didn't really show much at Villanova. Yeah, it's bleak. Maybe the Clowney Wilson front court pairing could be a little bit fun, but aside from that, this strikes me as a team that's going to have a couple games where they're scoring like 65 points, struggling to break 70.
Well, like the thing for me is that he like they're old too, right? Like Jalen Wilson is probably like the star here, and I like Jalen Wilson. He's not exactly a guy you're like pumped up to watch, and he's a good NBA player. Um, Noah Clowney, I guess you're excited about, and maybe Dariq Whitehead. It's like, what do we still have here? Everybody else is like both not even relevant at all in the NBA world and old. Like there's some 28-year-old dudes on this roster. I complained about the Pistons doing a similar thing where they just didn't take any flyers on young guys. I don't really think the Nets put any effort into this. That's what it feels like to me. This is a great who dat guy team for me. First off, who dat guy David Muoka.
Okay, David Mwoka. I'm gonna guess he played at a MAC school.
I have no idea who David Muoka is. If you find out, let me know. There's more on this team. I don't remember Khalid Moore. Apparently, he played at Georgia Tech, but when you
I was
Google
gonna say
image search,
I remember him playing at Georgia Tech.
you
I
Google
couldn't
image
tell you
search
anything
him, the
about his
first thing you
game.
see is a Mississippi State football picture. So who's that? Who that guy? I don't know. There's more I could go on this,
Wow.
but to protect myself, I'll stop.
David Mwoka played 2 years at Lamar and 2 years at UNLV. Bro, this dude averaged 4.6 points per game at UNLV his senior year. How did he get a summer league invite?
You
Is
got
he
to be
just
one of the
bum?
worst players in summer league this year. I'm just really confused on what they're trying to do. Dariq Whitehead must love this roster though. Like, can we get Dariq Whitehead points props on a game to game basis?
He's get. I think the shot props will be more interesting. If he's not taking 20 shots, he's doing something wrong.
I agree. Keon Johnson is the one other name we haven't mentioned that I'm like at least like raise an eyebrow to because some people thought that guy was still a good NBA player. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I thought he was going to live up to the lottery billing. I want to say he was a late first round pick. I thought he had the showed a couple flashes at Tennessee that because he was his one season there was the COVID year,
Yeah.
2020, 2021. You sort of think like, oh, maybe that slowed his development or something. But yeah, I pretty depressing to be a former like top 15ish recruit for everybody to think you're lottery top 10 potential and to be playing summer league for your fourth year in a row. I
Yeah,
hope
for
he figures
sure.
it out. I like
What
Keon.
what would your excuse me, what would your starting lineup be?
Oh gosh.
I'm so disgusted I can't even say starting lineup for this group.
I guess Mark Armstrong, like see if you have anything now that he's away from Kyle Neptune. Dariq Whitehead, Keon Johnson at the three. I guess you technically have Johnson at the two, Whitehead at the three, Jalen Wilson at the four, Noah Clowney at the five,
Yeah.
and then just close your eyes and pray that you don't get run off the court when you have to bring someone in off the bench.
Yeah, you got to do Whitehead, Clowney, Wilson. Outside of that, I don't care. Maybe Jacob Gilliard because like I could see Jacob Gilliard being a sneaky fun summer league guy, but come on, this isn't going to be fun. This is gross. I'm not watching this team. Brooklyn, do better, please. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when like, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.